still cannot uh, gain control of the controls. We're waiting for Twitch to get back to us over the next few days. So hopefully we'll figure that out ASAP. However, not soon enough for us to be able to know when the ads are playing on stream. I do apologize for that, although you're probably watching an ad right now. Anyways, I am not gonna stream for long. You can see I didn't even put the backdrop up. Like I said, fuck it. You see my closet? Cool. Well, I don't care. I gotta go. I just came on here to drop a few updates basically because I said I was gonna be streaming tonight. And I did have every intention to do a bit of a longer stream. But I'll tell you what, everything took so long tonight. I had like a few brief activities to do. And the first one, okay, I shouldn't say brief activities, but I timed it out. Each segment of my night was supposed to take about an hour. And the first segment took 3 hours for no real goddamn reason other than technology's frustrating, you know what I mean? And it's crazy that we've surrendered to the robots and the AI and the cat poop or the farts, whatever the French people were talking about. Because it's just so easily surrendered to something that literally it's like the last thing that still triggers me. You know, now that I'm gaining control over my PMDD, healing from my PTSD, able to like curb the anger and understand where my emotions are coming from, cope and manage them. Yeah, technology still tests and tries me. It pulls out a side of me that I think has gone to sleep until a fucking computer frustrates me. And then I'm like, wow, I all of my progress is out the window. I'm back at square one. I fucking hate this shit. And I don't want to be online all the time, yo. I feel like some people aspire to be online all the time, like influence or content create. Dude, absolutely fucking not. It's a fake means to an end because it's never going to end. It is the means and it is the end. Um, it's the day and age we live in. If you want to be an artist, you have to participate, but the goal is far from being chronically online. Fucking A. I would love to get offline, get back into real life, etc. So I get easily frustrated by technology. Obviously, yeah. But that being said, I have a lot of things that now I'm editing because the takes didn't go as well. It's gonna be a little bit cuter now instead. And I thought I looked really cute tonight. I thought y'all deserve to see. Look at this. Look at these shorts. Technically, they're Shein, but I bought them at the thrift store. So cute. They kind of look like a diaper unless I wear it with this exact outfit. So I was really excited. And I did finally finish, as you may have heard previously. I finally finished the booklet, and tonight I read it out loud. That's what was supposed to take an hour, but because my phone, dude, it was being absolutely ridiculous, and I think it was just like uploading something backwards, like trying to have the iPhone send something to Drive rather than uploading it straight to Drive seemed to be an issue, and I don't know why, but it caused me to like delete a bunch of stuff out of my phone, which is probably for the best in the long run. Don't need the excessive apps, don't need the extra pictures and videos or whatever, but it was very frustrating and it ended up taking 3 hours. The book itself only took 45 minutes to read out loud. I started it with that poem that I wrote a few weeks ago, and then like I mentioned it on Instagram or something, and then I think I mentioned it on stream, but the stream was glitching, so I never read it on stream. But I finished that and did a copy of it. So I opened up the video with the poem, and then we read this, and it's actually in two segments because the memory thing. Even though I recorded a 45-minute video the other day, it was very annoying, very ridiculous, pretty much handled. But now it's an editing thing. So I do not intend to be on stream for much longer. I just came on here to tell y'all what I was up to. I also started laying down some tracks for another cover, but I don't like it so far. It's just not good. It does not sound good. I'm glad I practiced it while I had the space to. But no, and I still have to paint these shoes. I mean, I have like 24 hours to finish painting these shoes at this point. And I have stuff to do later. So I probably should sleep, but if I don't, you'll know why. Um, I'm hoping to get the Be Forever Always video out. Like, I don't want to say tonight because I hope I fall asleep. But if I don't fall asleep, hopefully I'll finish the video. Um, and then I'm gonna have to just wait to paint the shoes. I'll probably do it tomorrow night and be up until this time tomorrow painting the shoes. I'm gonna shoot them on my way out the door. Um, 'Cause the thing is, I took a long pause. I don't really know what I want to do with them anymore. I did know, and then they didn't look great, so I went, "Fuck, okay, pull back. Gonna do something else." No, I'm gonna do the same thing over again. Hey, Woofy. Um, Undecided, and that's why there's a delay on that. I haven't done it because I'm stressed about it. I'm pretty good under pressure. Last minute decisions. Last minute decisions are my thing. So I don't know what we're doing. This is just my quick updates thing. I was just telling people about my editing woes, but what do I do to these shoes? They need to be done tomorrow, basically, and I should have done them today, but I don't know what to do. This said stuff and was supposed to be like outer space, but it was really sloppy, so I painted over it. This was bright yellow, and then I wrote on it, and it looked like shit. I painted over it, now it's murky, and like this doesn't look good. And then this also had something on it, and it was very sloppy. But I kind of wish I did. It wasn't sloppy enough to get rid of. I shouldn't have done it because now it's messy. I don't know what to do. This part's done. Now this is a problem. Even though the color blocking is pretty sweet, and maybe I should just do nothing. But you can see how messy it is in real life. So like, I'm a little. I don't think stressed is the right word. It's like creative stress. It's like, indecision. That's what the word is. It's not stress. If they just stay like this, they stay like this. They're just shoes, and I'm going to a fucking show. Like it doesn't matter. Um, but the indecision with them is so I don't know, because then you have the same blank panels on the other side. This one looks clean, plain black, but on the other side there's too much black on that. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know, all the same detail issues. So we'll see how it goes. But hopefully it's a quick thing, but it's not going to be a quick thing because, like, if it was a quick thing, it'd be done already, right? So that's the projects I'll be working on the next few days, and also why I did not stream earlier tonight, and why this stream is not going to last much longer. Um, I did read this. Like I said, it took about 45 minutes. It's in two parts, so I have to edit it as one. There's very little introduction, very little breakaway, a couple speakos, if you will, where I'm like, yeah, I don't know what this says. But overall, the flow was nice, and the ending got out there, and I did ad lib a little bit, which is kind of cool because obviously the first roughest draft isn't going to be absolutely perfect. So the fact that I could naturally kind of know what I meant or say it better than I wrote it is a bit of a treat for me as a writer and a poetic speaker because I don't usually speak a lot of my stuff out loud. Or people always told me to get into slam poetry and I never did. I've always been a bit nervous on microphones, cameras, in front of audiences, etc. Now I'm conquering those fears one by one. Here we are. Come a long way, being able to just stream for anybody. Impromptu with the rhythm of it all. Very good. So when I jump off here, I'll either be sleeping or editing. Tomorrow, I doubt I'll be able to work on the song I'm making at all. It's gonna have to take a pause. It's probably a long pause. Well, I don't want to say long pause, but it's about to be a busier week. It'll probably have to take a long pause. Um, I feel like there was some third thing. I guess the Funky Cole Medina song, is coming along pretty nicely. I think I have like, it's not a verse, but it's about in total a verse written. No idea what my chorus is gonna be yet because there's not much of a chorus to Funky Cole Medina. It's the funky Cole Medina. Bow, bow. You know, I dig it. So that's fine. And then if you want, you can catch up on my website. You can listen to the covers I put out yesterday. You can read the blog. Actually, there's a new blog. If you go to the Muse page, I think it's like .blog slash blog. Let me just check. I wrote a new blog, an open letter penned to Sinead O'Connor because that was it is slash blog. Because that was like kind of her thing. And art. Oh my. So I love how people have seen it and liked it already, and I never posted it. That's pretty cool. I'm glad people are actually go on my website and pay attention to what I do. Right, his views and likes. How freaking sweet, right? Dear Sinead. Dear Sinead. Copy. Here's my latest. Yeah, I drop them once in a while. It's easy. 11 with one viewer. Easy to write a blog. Really like in my stratosphere, but that's my open letter to Sinead. And then if you're a member, there is some exclusive content in the forum. And the freak out, there's a behind the scenes video. It's very emotional. So you can catch up on the blogs, the music, the videos, the vibes, everything on the website. Sign up to become a member for free if you're not already. I'm going to read this poem and rip this bong and go. We can do the reverse order though. We'll rip the bong and read the poem. As for this, you'll have to wait until the video's done, and then there's going to be like a 45-minute long YouTube video of me reading the book and nothing else. It takes about 45 minutes to read all the way through. That's why, like on stream, it takes like 2 hours because we'll just stop and interrupt because it does take a while. So, and then if anybody's interested in me reading my poetry book in the same fashion, I'm thinking once this video's done, maybe I'll do the same thing because that also takes about 45 minutes to read comfortably. Where I can just like record reading it out loud, even though we've streamed it. It's a lot different on stream because we get questions, we stop, we talk about it, So if anybody was into that, let me know. We'll see how the other video goes first. So cheers, buddy. It's just you and me. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, we are literally, it's just like a casual, like 4 or 5, not golf. So cheers, bud. I put a little bit of lemon in my water, just like lemon juice or squeeze a lemon. I've been chugging it. And I drink a lot of water. Don't get me wrong. I drink like more water than a lot of really unhealthy people I know, and then like probably a little less than like overly healthy people, right? But I drink a decent amount of water. I would say like at least 2 of these a day, if not 3. But with the lemon in there, oh my god, triple that. I'm chugging the water. I'm like, do I even need this much water? Fuck. Probably summertime. Anyway, a few weeks ago, I woke up and I was like, wow, I just like have like this poetry on my mind. Like I woke up and was like, wow, what a beautiful poetic line. I'm gonna write a poem. And then I made a meme about it. I'm gonna write a poem that is so beautiful. So I did, and then I never shared it. I'm about to share it with you now before I go. It's untitled as of now, which I don't like things called untitled, but I just don't have a title yet. Okay. If you break my heart 9 times, I'll fall in love 10. For the hearts that break like this are the ones that mend. Because my love keeps going even with a lover's end. Where a heart is bound to break, love will only bend. Succumb to the ways of is like the mind can't comprehend. So if you break my heart 9 times, I'll fall in love again. Go on and break my heart, that much I can handle. 9 times out of 10, love itself's a gamble. For the taste alone that feels of home can still leave you in shambles. Because in love the greatest risk is the one of passion's kiss, tongues search in a scramble, after which no contact of lips could ever hold a candle. No love story goes without ache, so if you need a heart to break, let it be mine. Through the cracks between attacks, my love will always shine. Never waver, never dull, back in love again I'll fall, for after 9 times a break, it hardly hurts at all. Because one taste of love can leave you in such bliss, I ignore the danger, and I keep on choosing this. Break it, and break it once again. Go on and break my heart 9 times or even 10. Because the pain is written in lines, hidden in poetry and beautiful rhymes, because I know before it ends I'll only fall in love again. For those are the yearnings of my life, the lessons learned through endless strife. A moment of relief is this, as if it were a dying wish. If you are to break my heart, surely I don't mind. Inside all that breaking is where I always find that when you break a heart 9 times, as the story's told, when you choose to love again, the love returns to you tenfold. Fucking beautiful. It's like the poem that keeps writing itself too, because there's like I wrote a couple extra stanzas when I was editing it today, and it could just keep going because it has that like Dr. Seuss rhyme, which is also probably why Dr. Seuss has so many fucking books. Because like once you catch a rhyme, you just keep it fucking going. You just keep going. So this is a very easy rhyme, but also such a fun, well, I don't know if fun's the right word, but the context or content is so easy to write about. But I thought that was one of the cutest, best poems I ever wrote. I just woke up thinking, if you break my heart 9 times, I'll fall in love 10 one day. Like I just woke up with that thought in my like it was the first thought. I was like, that's a beautiful poetic line. Like I need to write that down. I need to write a beautiful poem. And I sat in the sun, I sweated out, and I like wrote this poem in a notebook backwards. So every time I look at it, now I wrote it forward. But whenever I look at it, I just am inclined to read it backwards because I wrote it backwards for some reason. Like I started on this page and then went to this page instead of this page to this page. And now I look and I'm like, it makes sense to read it this way. And it's like, that's not how it's written though. It goes this way, you know? So I really, really, yeah, really love this poem. Really love this poem. So I opened the Be Forever Always video with this poem also. Yeah, writing, my handwriting's very neat when I need it to be, because otherwise I can't read it. I learned that the hard way with the book. I was like just into it, channeling and, passionately writing my thoughts. And it's embarrassing how many times I'm like, I actually don't know what that says. So when I need it to be legible, I write it in a way that is very organized. Yes, has to be, has to be. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on, right? So I love how last night I was like 20-minute stream, or not last night, 2 nights ago. I was like 20-minute stream. It was 1 hour. Tonight I was like a 5-minute stream, 20 minutes. I think we get proverbial la language, if you will. We're getting it now. La time, okay. Um, but super nanny, I'll always show up if I need to, you know. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it. This was, like I said, quick update. This was just filling y'all in, dropping some links. You can check out some stuff that I already did. I don't know. Might have another quick stream tomorrow. Yeah, dude, we need to go like do something else with our lives and not be on Twitch right now. Like I said, I'm either gonna sleep or I'm gonna edit. Period. Like, oh, it's a full moon. That's what it is. Dude, I was up all day. And like don't get me wrong, I didn't do nothing today. I don't really remember what I did besides like more laundry and writing. Oh, because I wrote blogs and stuff. Lots of okay, so I did a lot of writing today. Did a lot of writing today. Um, because I'm writing the song, wrote the blog, wrote some poetry and stuff like that. But I really like, even though I was cleaning and writing all day. So it should feel like a bit of a work day, and I should feel comfortable being at ease or whatever in the night, streaming, whatever. I was in work mode. Once the sun went down, I was like, yo, popping. I got dressed at like, I don't even know, 6, 7 p.m. because I knew that I was going to be working all night, but I didn't really factor it into the full moon. But it is a full moon. So that explains why we're like not sleeping and feeling creative and just working, working, working. Because the thing is, full moons are like great purging time. So it's like get it out, whatever is not come to the next cycle, whether it's people, places, things, attitudes, behaviors, projects, teams, whatever it is, finish it right now. Not gonna come to the next one. I cannot believe it's a full moon right now. August 1st. That's crazy. That's just so crazy. It's actually beautiful, especially because the Lionsgate is like a week from now. A week from now. And it snuck up so fast the way we were like trudging through cancer season and an unclear, uncertain, unknown, just frozen in these murky, murky waters of cancer season. The tides rolling, shifting, changing. Scary season. And things just not making any sense to some extent. Huh? And now we're in Leo season. This ain't even like we a weekend. Leo season started the 23rd. But of course, I lost a few days to a loved one, which oh worth it. You lose a loved one, you lose a few days. I don't give a fuck. I'd give them back to you if I could. You know, like whew. Um no, I thought cancer season was scary. Leo season, dude, I know about it. What you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that. You know, it's actually scary that Venus in retrograde be hitting, dog. Oh my God. Venus went into retrograde July 22nd. Sun went into Leo July 23rd. Okay. Um, the full moon is now August 1st today. And then the Lionsgate portal opens up August 8th. And Venus don't come out of retrograde until September 3rd. So I'm like, listen, no romance, no romance. Poetry, fine. Crushes, being eliminated. You know, I'm like, no, no. Old flames, old flings, old anything. No. Old concepts of love need to die because it was inaccurate, right? The love I had was weak. The love I give is strong. Why have I never received the love that I produce? Yeah? I had the wrong ideas of what I meant to love and be loved and what love is. So during this retrograde of Venus moving backwards, you don't want to go backwards in your love life. You don't want to go backwards in your love life. Did that twice. No double back. I think it's okay. If you were listen, something I'm sensing is like if you started something before, I don't want to say before Cancer season necessarily, but there was a drastic change from Gemini to Cancer season. It was like, I hold tight. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna investigate. Got it. Okay. So I'm not saying that anyone that you just recently started talking to, whatever, but if there was a and you had to sit back and anybody's approaching you now, I'm not saying anyone in the last 3 months, I'm saying in the last week and in the next 2 months. The people you meet are going to be challenges. They're going to try to trick you. They're not going to consciously try to trick you. Life is going to try to trick you to choose the same old partner, the same old friends, the same old family, the same old love that you once accepted that was not enough, even if you didn't recognize that. You get what I'm saying? That Venus in retrograde be hit 10. Okay? Hitting. Because you see these old connections, you see these people, you're like, wow, this feels like love. There was so much love here. I had love for this person. Why don't I still love them? Do I still love them? Do I want someone like this? Is this what love is? Blah, 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 blah. You start questioning all the progress you made. It's just that Venus in retrograde. We're used to Mercury going backwards. Oh, it affects communication. This is matters of the heart, matters of romance, matters of aesthetic and pleasure and, you know, yawning. Okay. So pretty intense. It's almost more intense than Mercury or any of these other planets that could be moving backwards, in my opinion. Because once again, this isn't restricted to your love life in the romantic partnership sense of sexual connections, but love in every aspect or every factor of your life. Okay, familial love, friend, platonic love, every type of love. The love you feel for your children, the love you feel for your, um, you know, kind of like I almost said apprentices. Any kind of love you share with people is going to come up. The way you used to treat your employees, okay? You show a different kind of love for them. Don't go back into that mentality of being a hard ass, tough love kind of person when you've been making a lot of progress, being a little bit of a gentle parent slash gentle boss slash gentle person. It's going to be tempting to be like, tough love works better and faster. It does, but the lack of love there, you know, they want to spend less time with you. Okay, it works, but that should be for drastic measures. That should be last resort type energy, right? So don't go backwards. All this progress you've made at this time. And don't give up on the people who have ducked out for the time being because it's tough. If you started something with someone or you started something new, you were talking to somebody and it just ended abruptly, like I said, around like of last week, don't take it too personally because it's the retrograde for everybody and now it's a full moon again. Intense, intense, intense. There are things I want to say and do and ways that I want to move. And I'm not doing it because I'm like, okay, in some scenarios, well, it's on them. In other scenarios, it's on me to not do it. It's on everything to pass this test and resist this and say, yeah, I could, but I probably shouldn't. Or, sure, I want to, but at the same time, I don't, right? And it's the power of waiting during these indecisive times, during these tests, trials, and tribulations, taking the space to be like, okay, nah, there's a fucking lot going on. So many people to deal with, so many people to see and doing things, and people coming up, coming back. Okay, it's hard. So no need to start anything new, no need to rush anything new, and no need to get angry at people for not talking to you. They're probably talking to others, but in the sense of well, those last minute pop quizzes, if you will, doesn't mean they're passing them. This doesn't mean they're taking them too seriously either. It's not a very big part of the grade. You get what I'm saying? So try to relax and enjoy the rest of your summer, but it's tense energies out here. It'd be more fun if it wasn't Venus in retrograde, and that's the thing. You have to simultaneously be careful about the Lions Gate. We talked about this. The weeks leading up to it and the weeks after are very imperative to the wish that you're making. Can you prove that you legitimately have an idea of how this would work out and how you would obtain this and what exactly you want and why you want it in those weeks before? So that on the day you can ask for it plainly, kindly, and with certainty and assurance. And the weeks after, how are you going to implement those things and prove it? Hello. And show that you are going to be strong in your resolve and honor those things that you're asking for. Boom. Lionsgate. But okay, so that's cool energy. I love Leo season energy. Shoot your shot, manifest, blah, 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 blah. Fucking love it. Oh my God, 2 years ago, I was having a little too much fun, but didn't even have any fun. Was just, crushed in, shoot your shot, right? And then 2 years later, I'm like, was that what I that makes sense. I manifested that. Checks every box of every little thing I was trying to get. That's nuts that it would happen like that. That's so crazy. So now what's the next thing? Because that wasn't necessarily intentional manifesting. So there it goes. Not necessarily meant to be yours just because you manifested it. Proof that you can, yeah? Okay, now you decide what to do. Now you decide if you what you actually want. Does it still fit you? So somebody's so funny. Okay, listen. We have to be very careful because this Lionsgate thing open, ready. You have to remember what you wanted a month ago. You have to remember what you wanted before cancer season. Cancer season was meant to distract, to test, to misguide, to muddle, to meddle. Cancer season was a facade and a mirage. Okay. So don't think back to cancer season and be like, I don't know, I was so insecure and so indecisive last month. Think back to Gemini season when you were confident and having fun. What did you want? In all your insanity and all your chaos, what did you want? That's probably closer to what you really want. Taurus season, you were probably working towards those goals, yeah? Think back to those months. Springtime, putting it in action. Do not get distracted by cancer season. It was supposed to be a mess and it was supposed to test and try you. Things are set to try you, but your time's coming around. So don't stop trying, don't stop, never give up. Hold your head high and reach the top. Let the world see what you have got. Bring it all back to you. Dream of falling in love. Anything you've been thinking of. When the world seems to get too tough, bring it all back to you. Thanks for the follow, James. Don't ask me to do tarot, please. I know I'm on the tarot category. It's just so like my people can find me and we can like hang out. Um, and then it like ends up being a really spiritual. Cool. Oh yeah, sorry, I don't have control of the ads today. Sorry. It will be back on schedule next week, hopefully. If you subscribe, you don't have to watch ads. Subscribers do not have to watch ads, by the way. Okay, I love you, Poily Boy. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. And there's like people here for some reason. Much love. Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping me company when no one else did. But I'll be Nan. That's fine. American Horror Story season 1. Nan's great. Wait, that's Addie. Nan is season 3, right? Whatever. She's great. Nan it is. And I wanted to be a nun once upon a time. So, anyways, good luck. So, ignore cancer season. Go back to springtime. What did you really want? What were you starting? What were you implementing and planting and putting in your crops field this season? Don't let this heat of the summer and the slow of growth of plants distract you from what you wanted. Okay. Um, oh my goodness. Not right now. I'm talking. Thanks so much. If you want to learn to just tune in and hear what I'm saying and realize why people come to this stream and understand that you don't have to ask me anything for me to answer or to give you guidance, then I will know you have changed and you have understood me because that's it. So we'll see. Um, The cancer season was meant to be a bit of a distraction, to flood you with emotions, to bring things up to surface, to, once again, it's very much the metaphor of murky water because cancer is a water element and it is always very intuitive. But there it was meant to be all the things that people, once again, were wishing for, wished upon others, and whatever was being wished last Leo season during this Lionsgate, right? During cancer season, what were you doing? You're seeing a product of what you were doing and what people wanted you to be doing or wanted done unto you, right? That's why it's like it's mirage, it's illusion because it's not necessarily set in stone and it's not necessarily going to be what you get or what you wanted or what you deserve or what you asked for just because it had come up during that time. So try not to get confused by cancer season and be like, wait, don't I want that? Because then you slip right into this Venus in retrograde trap Because Leo season, you're supposed to feel confident, decisive, certain, assertive, even a little aggressive, ready to fucking go, party, mate, dance, feel yourself. I, who is that? Who the fuck thinks they're necromancy Barbie? This Barbie is a necromancer. Who the fuck are you? Necromancy Barbie. How could you do that? How could you do that? I You're lucky I'm Captain Barbie Trips today. Um anyways. So now it's Leo season again. But that Venus going in retrograde is a difficult situation because it is reminding of your past and what you once accepted as love, once you once gave as love, once you once received as love. Not necessarily our healthiest versions of love. Our earliest versions are not going to be our healthiest versions. We know less, right? We accept less. We know more, we need more. We require more. We have higher standards, right? So, with the wishing well opening up and Venus going in reverse, it's very easy to get stuck into a cycle that may last up to 2 or 3 years if you make the wrong wish because you cannot remember what you wanted before what was put in front of you. And if what's put in front of you is good enough for you, then by all means, go live that karma, baby. But that's what it is because it's retrograde season. That's how these things work. That's why people like us pay attention. I'm not even an astrologer and I pay attention because one, full moon. Why am I still awake right now? And have waves of energy and so much creativity because it's a full moon. Get it out, get it out, get it out before it's done. Last day of the cycle, go, 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 go. And I'm on my period. Period started 3 days early. Bitch, I would stop messing with me. I would stop messing with me, and I'd far from being a threat because once more, I have zero time to put in the energy to attack anybody spiritually or with magic or anything like that. I'm very rarely doing spells or potions for myself, let alone others. Just natural gift of God, the love and light that's inside me protects me. You do right by me, you'll also be protected. You do wrong by me, I cannot promise you anything. Period. That is just how it is. But it's a lot of pain, suffering, and self sabotage that got me to this place. And more than self sabotage, but self sacrifice. And until you can truly understand self sacrifice, and I don't mean giving up something in the moment of pleasure, knowing that you'll get a reward. I'm saying in the long way, in the long run, could you really choose someone else over yourself in that way? Could you really sacrifice oneself in favor of someone else? Would you truly give up your life for someone else's life? Because until you're put in that predicament and you actually make that move and you make that decision and you prove that to God, there's no other way to judge your heart until you die. And you look at everything you've done in time, right? So you come here, you want guidance, right? Well, that's the thing. You are talking to someone who did that very easily, and I could not understand. I am still working on accepting that I get to live longer and longer. You know, I came very close to the edge of death. Yeah, and I did it 3 times and was like, why am I still alive? I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I do not want to be responsible for any wrongdoing upon anyone else anymore. It's very sad, but real life, you know. I thought maybe I'd lose a finger. Not even. That shit got even more powerful. But sometimes I look at this one and I'm like, does this need to break too? Do we need to get that magic cracking? It's true. I mean, it's just true. It's not even, it's sad. It's like touching, I guess, but it's also like, it was bad for me. But in the long run, because I was saved, in a sense, it's okay now, but it wasn't okay in the moment. It's not a good, you should be choosing yourself as the person you save. You should be centered in your own oneness and your own reality and your own perception and not others. It's not a healthy mentality to choose to sacrifice the self over another, especially if you don't know the circumstance. But at time and place, that's where I was. And I was willing to say, oh, yeah, I hear it. I understand that what I'm asking for is a lot. And you're right. I've done really horrible things that I probably really actually never deserved this. And I would like to bow out gracefully before anyone else gets hurt in the wake of my destruction, which was my attempts at creation. I am so sorry and so wrong because of whatever miscalculated. And I tried. But I realized that it wasn't right and that I wasn't all terrible and there was still good things about me and I still did good things for me and others, yeah. And I am learning to have that healthy boundary of knowing that when it's time, and knowing what's right is right. That's okay. I don't need any. I like Zir. I like you just don't even think of me as like it's you know, La. I think La is my pronoun. But she, her is fine. I refer to myself as she a lot because I think that people think of me as she a lot. I'm femme presenting and femme born and tapping into my 90s femme powerhouse lately. I think that to walk the path I'm walking, it makes the most sense for a woman to do it, quite frankly. A woman needs to do the job I'm doing or what I was put on this earth to do. Little things like write the book of love, you know? But I do sort of hide in the non-binary in a sense because I do like they them. Thank you. Like they them's cool too. Even he, him is cool. Sometimes I do. I'm like, I'm a fuck boy, bitch. Somebody get this dude out of here. He sucks. Don't listen to this guy. Mr. Steal Your Girl will holla, blah, 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 blah. Like very toxic masculinity at the same time. So it's a duality, dynamicism. But yeah, um, it's a good time to be careful and to really think about what you want and what you wanted once again before you got confused and before you got sent backwards. So you have to be really like, okay, the things that are coming up in the next few weeks and until September 3rd are going to be things that are testing me, reminding me of the past, revisiting the past, replaying the past, what's the word? Cycling, reincarnating, reliving. What's the word I'm looking for? When you like go through the cycle. And it's not like samsara, but like, what's the word I was looking for? I gotta get off here. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. Okay, so it's funny because the delay in the chat, I said it when you sent it, but I didn't get it till after I said it. So that's like so fucking weird, dude. That is so weird. Because it's like a basic word, but I couldn't even figure out why I brought up samsara. That's so funny. I just meant in like a common day vocabulary. When you don't learn a lesson and you get stuck in a karmic cycle, like, what's the word I'm looking for that describes that? Oh, good. I know. I mean, it's outward. It's not even my energy. It's who I am as a person. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to dog on you, but I would like to just point something out that I'm very eloquent and what I'm saying is intelligible and has intelligence in it. So it's very obvious that I'm smart. And the fact that I'm saying it with such ease and I look the way that I do and I'm doing it on camera in front of strangers would indicate that I'm confident. So I wouldn't really reduce that to being your ability to sense anything or it being my energy because that's just me on the outward. Go deeper if you're going to read, right? Okay, yeah, see, guiding. That's the thing about guidance, okay? The holy man, he'll roast you first and then he'll talk to your loved ones, and then he'll make you feel better and send you on your spiritual journey of growth and healing. But first, he'll roast you. Yeah. First, he'll hurt your feelings. First, he'll laugh with you and at you and all those things. Teach you how to do that. So that's my job and things. And people get very angry because they're like, well, I knew you when you were not a holy man. Yeah, me too. And I remember those days I still was holy man in training. Okay. Did I act recklessly and ruthlessly at times? Of course, yes, of course. But was I always on the path? Yeah, also that takes a long time. Takes a long time. Right. Right. The roasting always has to come first to get you nice and toasty, roasty. So you can crack it open and get all the soft bits, the deliciousness on the inside, and then feel very full at the end, right? So no. I'm pretty sure he don't like you. I think the only time somebody brought up blue light oracles was because you were here one night and got blocked, and they told me that blue you were no, you the first time I met you, you came on my channel and you were bitching about blue light oracles. And I said, I don't know who that is, but I'm sorry that happened to you. And then you ended up leaving the channel on not such good graces. And then I went and followed blue light oracles. Don't be somebody's Venus in retrograde trap. Imitating me is not going to get you the powers I have, nor will it get you the perception that you have of me. A reminder, not an accusation. People try it. You'd be surprised how many people blatantly copy the things that I do. I'm talking on a personal level and on a creative level and at a distance and up close. I am baffled sometimes, and these people will play dumb or they will act like I didn't even notice, or just totally ignore it entirely. It's very weird behavior, very weird behavior. So in a spiritual sense, you definitely want to avoid doing that because even when people do it in a physical sense, creatively, fashion wise, exactly. And I'm here to show you who your authentic self is because I'm very good at that because I've always been my authentic self. But people mistake my personality as, oh, that's what an authentic personality is. That is what the authentic self looks like. And so they try to emulate what I'm doing to be that, but they miss the point because it's not to be the one thing, but to just be what your thing is. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Um, just right. You gotta remember there's a lot of tests that are going to come to surface over these next few weeks, the next month, basically. And when it goes back direct, you'll be like, yep, see, I still want what I wanted, and I did not, it's like resisting temptation, saying no. No, I'm not doing any cards. I've just been talking. I'm gonna go in a second. I was gonna do 20-minute stream an hour, closing in on an hour, and I appreciate the company. Um, Getting a little hungry and also was gonna edit before I went to sleep. I didn't realize it was a full moon until I was already streaming, and I was like, "Oh, right." Well, I looked it up earlier and forgot. I was like, "I don't know why I'm so awake right now. It's very early in the morning where I'm at. Like, I need to get to sleep, or I'm not going to today." Um, well, I read this out loud and I recorded a video of it instead of doing it on live stream because I finally finished all the pages. And I'm editing it because it ended up being two parts, and I'm going to add some title cards, and it'll be on YouTube hopefully later, but I don't know. And then I was also working on a song, but that didn't get very far because I don't like it at all, and I'm probably going to scrap everything I did. But I'm going to listen to it with fresh ears tomorrow. Probably rest my voice for a day, and get back at it on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever. Mm, yeah, they say death does. Uh, See, I gotta go. Getting hungry. So just be weary. Everything that's coming up to you, it seems tempting. It seems like what you want. It seems like it fits the bill. It seems like something you should do. But in reality, it's testing you. You're supposed to say, hey, I don't want that anymore. That's what the old me would have wanted. This is going to go down the same road it went down last time. I just can't deal with that. And blah, 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 blah. So um, try to avoid the traps. We don't want to see you fall in something that you can't get out of for a long time. Yeah. Remember what you wanted, remember what you're working towards, and ignore all these distractions. The wishing well is open. Stop wishing for things that you already had, or stop wishing against things that are coming at you, and instead ignore them and wish for the things that you're going after. That makes sense. So if you're saying, okay, so portal's opening, and you're like, oh my God, I wish my ex would leave me alone. Okay. Now your ex left you alone, but you don't have anything in place of it, right? But instead, having the approach of ignoring the ex's existence and saying, I really wish for a new start in a new place at a new time with a new person. That's what I'm wishing for, right? Ah, I wish my ex would stop doing this and that. What a waste. You're wasting your life trying to figure out what they're doing, right? Why bother? Be mindful of these thoughts because the retrograde in being Venus, right? Venus going backwards, you will see these things happen where you're like, oh God, I just wish this and that, and how painful, and da 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 da. You have to think forward. Where are you going? Where are you moving to? Where are you getting at? You know? So, on that note, okay, we got 10 minutes for an hour. Let's just make it an hour long stream. You fuckers got lucky. Sorry, I'm not controlling the ads tonight. I'm waiting for an email so I can get some shit sorted out with Twitch. A lot. Not gonna explain it to you. So 10 minutes, well, 9 minutes, and I'm gonna go. Any questions for me? Any woes, anything? Quick, light, digestible, simple, non-personal. No tarot at this time. I did recently, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, I did some zodiac videos on YouTube and I really liked them and I'm going to be uploading that Be Forever Always video on YouTube. So I'm going to be probably going back and forth between YouTube and Twitch in the upcoming months, weeks, whatever. But I haven't fully committed to that idea because I never was as successful on YouTube as I have been on Twitch. So we'll see. But I do like being able to do the zodiac videos and doing tarot uninterrupted. I like doing the live stream to be able to talk to y'all and answer your questions and like discuss things like this. No, it's not gonna go back direct until September 3rd. And like the plan, okay, so let's just basics. Retrograde, all that indicates is that the planet is literally just like rotating backwards on its axis. Some people say it's just the way that the Earth is positioned versus the other object in the sky, making it look like it's going backwards, but I don't see why, if something is spinning like this and like this, that it wouldn't sometimes just like get a little off course and spin the other way. But essentially, a retrograde is when something, in this case, a planet, is moving backwards. So if you think each planet represents some ideal or principle or non tangible thing in life, and it's moving backwards. For example, Mercury being ruler over communication, Mars being ruler over war. And those planets that rule over these things are moving backwards during their retrograding. It's going to send us to the past, to our old ways, to our old habits, to the things that we've already broken. Yeah, probably. Well, I think Earth would come into play, yeah. And they'd all, what does Earth rule over? Because we never ask ourselves that, because we are living and thriving on it. Maybe that's why there's nobody on Mars, because it is the planet of war. So why would anybody live there? You know? So, like, what is Earth? We don't discuss that. We should be discussing it, you know? So when a planet's moving backwards, it definitely shows you some of your old ways, old patterns, old flames, again, like old flings and stuff, but old friends, family members you cut off, stuff like that. They'll come back up. So when this wishing well is open, your heart of hearts, you might say, gosh, I really wish this could work out. I really wish I could give them another chance. I wish I could trust them. I wish I could love them. I wish things were different. I wish I was on that timeline again. I wish that this wasn't the end. Do you, though? Doubt it. You say, that's nice. It was good to see you. Good to feel it. Good to know that maybe I was right all along, but it's not right anymore. I got to keep going. I'm already on a path. I'm already wanting something. I'm already designing it, manifesting it, and getting it for myself. This is nothing but a distraction, and I got to keep going. Sorry about it. That portal is opening, and I am wishing for something great. I'm wishing for the thing that I wanted, not the thing that's tempting me to take me back to where I already was and where I already came from. Hell no, I ain't going, but go back to what? If there was something to go back to, I wouldn't be going back. Bitch, fuck yeah. Think about that. If there was something to go back to, you wouldn't be going back. Okay? So, once more, the retrograde, Venus in retrograde started July 22nd, doesn't go back direct until September 3rd. So, but then these other planets, yeah, big, yeah. Well, okay, so a friend of mine passed away, and then you realize like how things are so different over the years, and like he was just one of those. He kind of kept everyone in touch, kept in contact with everybody. So losing him is like losing your grandma, you know. And it's just devastating because you want things to change. You want to go back to where it was. You want them to be alive. You want to think, oh, why did we waste all this time? But it's like, well, it's gone, right? We did waste it. Oh well. And yeah, that's really sad. It's hard to cope with. It's hard to be that real. It's hard to be that harsh. It's hard to be that person. But for me personally, as much as it was tempting and loving and sweet to see all these people who I once really did get on with and were my friends and I had a lot of love for, who I still have love for because they're still people that I once loved. Yeah. Seeing them was like, why don't we see each other more? And people always say that at funerals. We got to stop seeing each other like this. We see each other under such grave circumstances, but it's nice that we would even come together to say hello to one another while we say goodbye to someone else and check in over the years, right? Because sometimes it ain't meant to be, and there isn't anything better, and there isn't anything going on. There ain't anything you're missing, and you did leave for a reason. It's nice to rekindle, but sometimes the fire goes out for a reason. It's not going to apply across the board. It's not going to be everyone and everything, but I'm just saying. It's been a lot. It's been very emotional. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the thing, the death that I was going through brought me back to an extended social circle that I cut myself off from or was cut off from. It's like, but it was both. It was like, listen, I'm going to just cut the losses and go. You want to cut me out? I'm going to go. I'm going to cut it. So it was dramatic in the same way for me, but the drastic death. That being my catalyst because otherwise I would have not even thought about any of this. And that's what makes it so sad is like, why does this person have to be a lesson, not just for me, but for all of us, for anybody, for himself too? Because you learn so much in death that you ignore in life. And that's like the saddest thing about dying is you suddenly make it make sense and then you have no chance. You don't get to come back. And I think that's the advantage of being a necromancer, right? Is being able to say, hey, I can hear them and I know what their regrets are and I listen and I live like I could be next. Always. I always have. I have for a long time at least. Where yes, you might get some weird messages from me. I might say the wrong thing. I might put myself out there and be way too vulnerable or move too fast or say too much or be too in my feelings or emotional or expressive. But like the thing is, I go to a lot of funerals. I've been to a lot of funerals and I hear what people say and they regret not saying it. They regret having to put it in a eulogy. They regret putting it in a song to honor someone and to sing it later. It's like Offset was like, give people their flowers now. Why wait to see who takes them home when they should have been given to the one who's gone? So I'm never going to be the person who has regrets. And you are never going to say that I didn't give myself every single day. Right? When it is my turn, you're not going to sit there and be like, I wish she told us more how she felt. No, I wish I told her more how I felt. You know what? It's not about how I wish that I was treated better by her. I wish I treated her better. Because you may think she's crazy now, but someday when we all die one by one, when it's me, when it's you, when it's whoever, that's what you're going to think of. It's what everybody thinks of. And I don't do it because of other people's perception. But once again, I've been to enough of those things to be like, hey, man, common regrets. Why have them? Cheers to my buddy for teaching me so much in a week and letting me teach him for 15 years. The weird thing about being this age, like I'm 31, I think he just turned 30. Well, don't ruin it. Is that we are old enough to have been friends for 15 fucking years, but young enough to feel very shocked by the fact that one of us is dead, right? So it's very whiplash. And when we were young, we lost a lot of people. You know, it's weird. It's like in my late teens, early 20s, there was so much death and murder around me. And then the rest of my 20s, it wasn't so bad. It's like there wasn't so much tragedy. I mean, there's tragedy all the time, but there's nothing really. And then my late 20s, early 30s, it seems to be happening again. It's almost like it took a few years off, where it's just like, oh, mostly expected stuff, older people or sick people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that sounds really morbid, but everybody dies. You can't be too hung up on the details, right? One. You can't be too ungrateful, right? So 30, dropping dead at 30 randomly, pretty shocking. Like, even for me, even someone who talks to dead people, even someone who's desensitized, even someone whose own grandma was like, listen, I'll be there when she does it, because I don't even really care anymore. I mean, the lady's old, on dialysis, bro. Let her go. Let her go. She's almost 90. There's a good run, grandma. You know, like, that's who I am. So for me to be a bit emotional about something, or to see it as a shock, like, you really gotta be, you know. So yeah, I try to be realistic about that. But also, yeah, talking to dead people, it helps, because I feel like if you miss someone, you just talk to them or have someone else talk to them for you. It's simple. People are really weird about it, but like, once they're dead, they're dead. It's like, I guess they don't have to be, but if you want them to be, sure. Don't get all emo about it and be like, oh, there's nothing we can do. There's plenty you can do. Say your piece. Talk to them. Hear them out. Hear me out. Hear them through me, you know? But people are not necessarily so open to it as they are with other things. I don't know. I don't get into that kind of stuff. It depends. I feel like glitching. I don't know. But it's been an hour. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go, actually. I was just trying to get to an hour. Remember, it was like, oh, I got 10 minutes, but good questions. It was good. Yeah, and you made it another stream. So good luck to you in that way. But once more, might be back tomorrow, might be back later, but probably not be back tomorrow. I'm sorry. Be back later, like Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. See you this Tuesday. It's Kante. Oh, if I had a potato or the will to bake, yeah, but I am probably gonna eat some potato chips before I pass out. So basically same thing, right? Um, anyways, we'll maybe be back Tuesday. We'll not be back Wednesday. Probably be back Thursday. We'll not be back Friday. I can't remember. We shall see. Anyways, I love you all so much. You're amazing. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna edit that video. I'm gonna work on that song. It'll be on YouTube. So my link tree has everything. You can go follow all my socials, and then you'll always get my updates, since I can't really do posts on Twitch. And you can also join my website, become a member, to access exclusive content like the forums that you can participate in, and see some behind the scenes footage I posted in the past few days. But if you don't become a member, you can still see stuff like, my blog posts. Did an open letter to Sinead O'Connor today. Felt very necessary. And you can also listen to my music absolutely for free. And if you close the browser, it'll still play when you pay for YouTube music and stuff. Very cool. So enjoy those links. Enjoy me while I'm gone. And once again, be on the lookout. YouTube will probably be the first thing to get any new content, because I am editing the video I made of my rendition of Be Here Now, and it will be posted hopefully today. It's not going to be much editing. It's just cue cards, because it's in two. It was gonna be no editing, and now it's a little editing. So it should be done today, but I might have to sleep first. So get yourself up, subscribe, follow, do your thing, spend some money, fuck it. You know you got it. You know you want to give it to me. Yeah. No, you want to get something, right? Go check out the service menu. Go check out the merchandise. It's all on my website, illeemily.com. All right. We salute you. Good night and good luck. Till next time. What the fuck? Love you.